Hey, man.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah, cool. Sorry about that. I was
Oh, it's all good.
just talking to a friend of mine who is in the industry, and somebody else that we work with, a high profile individual that maybe a lot of people know, just took his own life.
Oh,
So I was
shit.
just like, what the fuck, man? Completely floored me.
Can you tell me who it is? You
Um,
don't have to.
yeah, I don't know if I'll tell you. It's do you know who Rob Doble is from Havas?
I don't.
Okay.
That's sad.
Do you know Havas?
No. What's Habas? By the way,
Uh,
Sharmilla is on. Maybe should I let
yeah,
her in?
yeah, they're a large agency, and
Mm-hmm.
they created the first CME program for the cannabis space
Oh,
for
wow.
doctors.
That's sad.
Yeah, man. I
All
just
right.
talked
Should
to
I
him
let
last week.
Sharmilla in?
Yeah, you can let her in.
All right. Let's do it. Do you know her pretty well?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
we haven't spoken in a while, but yeah, all good.
She's coming in. Let me.
Yeah, I should record mine. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. We're good. I mean, we haven't
Just
really.
make sure you edit whatever I just said out.
Oh, yeah. That's okay. For sure. That's not, I haven't even recorded yet. So we're good. Yeah, that's not good. Nice to meet you, by the way. I've never met you. So hi.
Yes, nice to meet you.
It's great to see you. It's been so long.
I know, Len. So nice to see you after ages. Hug.
I know. That's awesome, man. Yeah.
How do you
after
guys know
COVID,
each other?
Through a friend of ours,
Yeah.
Okay.
Howard.
Yeah. Well, do you still talk to CJ?
I do talk to CJ on occasion.
Okay.
On occasion.
All right. I saw the face changed when I mentioned CJ, so we won't talk about him.
No, it's just so random.
It's cool. It's cool.
No.
All right.
It's a brother, totally. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, just so you know, format wise, how we're gonna do this, and then we can talk about whatever. But there's so we'll intro you. I'll give sort of a brief introduction that you can talk about yourself and talk about whatever you want. Our format is we have several questions that we ask at all our guests. Once you answer those questions, however you want to answer them, you're free to go and just plug whatever you want to plug, so you can just disconnect. And this is a very casual conversation. We know each other, just friends. What we want to do is just let people know about you and what you represent. And I'm curious about what you've been up to lately, because we haven't really spoken. I know it was Ayurvedic medicine. There was you're a shaman and a yogi, and
Oh, wow. I'm excited to talk to you.
And is there still the
GreenTech Laboratories? Absolutely, there is.
Cool. All right, good. So I'm not that far out of loop.
All right. So we will let me record, and Len, I'll count you off, and then we'll go. And again, this is taped, so we're gonna edit it. So if you want to take anything over. So Len, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Everything is Personal. As always, my beautiful co-host, Mr. John Small.
Oh, I thought you were talking about our beautiful guest, but thank you. I'll take it.
Well, I said co-host. I didn't introduce the guest.
Yeah, that's true. But I will take.
Was that a woodpecker? What was that sound?
I think that was supposed to be the sound of a bong, but it doesn't really sound like a bong. I've got to find a better sound effect for.
Why don't you just record me doing a bong hit?
Yeah, that's true. That would probably be the most accurate. The most accurate.
Exactly.
But thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
Yeah, thank you for being here as always. I'm super excited because I'll tell you, we have an amazing guest, but also a friend who I haven't actually seen in a while. So I'm super excited to catch up. So this may be like a little bit of catching up, talking about what's new, exciting, and all that stuff. So just want to introduce our guest, Dr. Sharmilla Patil. I stepped on your sound effect. So do that again. We're just a mess, man. It's just the funniest thing.
This is why we need to get an audio engineer.
I know, right? All right. So let me try to introduce Sharmilla, and then you can introduce yourself. But CEO GreenTech Laboratories. The way that I know Sharmilla, she's a a practitioner of Ayurvedic medicine, plant medicine. I believe there's also some yoga, some Kundalini, some sound healing, meditation, mindfulness, all that stuff. It's so amazing to have a doctor who's looking at the entire body, all the different things that are going on with our bodies, and looking to see what we can do to actually prevent and heal people, and not just like, give them a shot for something acute. So I may have not done the best job of introducing Sharmilla, but welcome to the show. And thank you for being here.
Welcome.
Thanks, Len. Thanks, guys. Thanks, John. It's such a pleasure. It's been a long time since I've seen you, Len. So excited to hang out with you for a little while, and you as well.
Thank you.
Mr. Strikefire.
Yes, exactly. Mr. Strikefire Jonathan Small. Thank you. It's really nice to meet you. We haven't met, but now I'm really intrigued. So
tell us what you've been up to. So first of all, can you give a little bit of a background and introduction, because I probably missed 20, 30 years of stuff. I don't know. Not that you're that old anyway. I'm just saying there's been years of stuff that I probably missed. So get us up to speed with a little bit about yourself, and then what have you been up to lately?
Sure. Well, I'm a medical doctor, as you may have said, also an Ayurvedic specialist and a yogini. And basically what I have been up to is, as you'd mentioned, I founded a company called GreenTech Laboratories, and we are a biotech Ayurveda company. So, and I can't really explain exactly what we do under this umbrella, except to say it's definitely multidimensional.
What's Ayurvedic medicine like for our listeners? What does that mean?
So Ayurveda is the science of life. So in the Hindu Vedas, in the ancient Indian traditional culture, the study of the science of life, which included, but was not limited to, obviously, botanicals, but also the energy that is flowing through the body, and various aspects of that. So Ayur means life, and Veda is the study of, study of life.
So is that have to do with energy, and there's elements that are involved in that, right? So you're connecting to certain elements, and then there's certain things that you would do to be able to get everything in balance. Is that kind of how it works? I don't know a lot about it, but just from a very novice kind of
Ayurveda, it's basically based on the constitution of 5 elements: earth, wind, water, fire, and ether. And these 5 elements are all participating in every essence of your body, every part of your body. They create 3 constitutions: Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. So Vata is air and ether, Pitta is fire, and Kapha is earth and water. And so this is what makes up the human constitution. And also everything that we see in our reality is made up of these 5 elements, which in the Vedic sciences we call Panchabhuta. So the 5 elements. Yeah.
Very cool. So I knew just a little bit, just enough to be dangerous when it comes to Ayurvedic medicine. So tell, how do you implement that in your practice, or what does that look like?
So, it's interesting because you talk about practice. And so my clinical days are long past, just so we know, and we're clear about that. What's happened is that in prior to, I'd say 2012, I had medical centers, and we were actually certifying patients for cannabis. So we actually, at that time I was just getting into what am I going to do with my practice? I come from a background of general surgery. And so this is, trying to transition. In more recent years, I've kind of evolved with the technology of the Vedic sciences and infusing that energy into the botanicals. Initially, it was with cannabinoids and Ayurvedic herbs. Then it turned into just Ayurvedic herbs. And now I'm going straight for the tech. So energy into nanometals that are then programmed a specific way, and they're quantifiable and measurable in a laboratory setting. So we're using subatomic particle physics right now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I'm not going to call it a practice, but how does somebody engage? What can you walk us through a process so we can understand? Is it like a consultation and then there's a product that's out of that, or is it you're doing the tech for other people's products so they can be energetically aligned? Is that kind of how it works?
So basically what happens right now, I'm focused on a brand. It's called
Mhm.
Shakti, Energy in Motion, because we know that energy is in motion all the time. And so what we're doing is purifying and potentiating molecules.
Mhm.
And we do that through the use of mantra, tantra, and yantra, which
Mm.
again are somewhat esoteric in nature according to, I don't know, the world. But in
Right.
India, in the Vedas, very powerful for eliciting a specific response, right?
Right.
So
Mhm.
if a patient was to reach us via our website, we
Mhm.
would probably direct them to a practitioner. I mean, I've taken some consults lately, but most of my clinical work has kind of been redirected to other clinicians. And
Right.
I'm really more of the alchemist in the laboratory, like the mad scientist, measuring biophotons
Oh, that's
and
so
checking
cool.
to see how much energy is actually present in the molecule, whatever molecule it is, whether it's a
Mhm.
plant molecule, a water molecule, a cell from the human body.
Right.
And so, yeah, that's
So,
kind of.
so does that mean that there's vibrational energy that you measure and you want to align that vibrational energy with the individual's vibrational energy? So and there's some magnetic elements to that. So they're attractive. So you're getting the right type of, formulation or whatever the solution is for that individual based on that vibration.
So basically, what's happening is, let's take the example of COVID, because COVID
Yeah.
is kind of like the big topic right now.
Right.
And so what we've done is, in the last 6 months, I've developed a product that is measurable and quantifiable. And what we've done is we've purified these nanometals and we've programmed them with information, again, which actually lights up the body like a biofield, like a light bulb. Being is a
Mm.
50-watt light bulb.
Right.
And a virus or a bacteria, anything, any unseen biological predator comes towards you.
Right.
Well, you would, for example, take our product and you'd light up to like 100 watts. So you're actually so bright that the virus has to wear shades in a nutshell.
That's pretty cool.
And so by doing that, by increasing the biofield, you're able to actually kind of neutralize the
Mhm.
predator, whatever predator it is. So does it, on a vibrational level, frequency, absolutely.
Right.
Resonance, the sound components are definitely present through
Mhm.
the use of the mantra, which is psychoacoustic
Yeah.
technology. But
So
yeah,
what
it's
what
like,
is the
it's pretty
actual?
deep.
Yeah, it's really
No,
cool.
it's
I'm trying to
super
understand
cool.
what the
Uh-huh.
actual physical product is that is scaring away the COVID. Is it, you said metals? Is it like a what is the form factor we're talking about here?
Sure. So what we've done in our product called Shakti Energy in Motion, right, is
Mhm.
we've taken 3 nanometals, copper, silver, and gold,
Mhm.
and we've infused them into a structured water, which is
Mhm.
also programmable, right? We know water, our body's made up of 80+% water.
Mhm.
So very important. And it's also a microcomputer, right? Water is a microcomputer. Our body's made up of that. And we're the most advanced human technology. Remember, it's not a machine, it's us. We are the most advanced human technology. So what we've done is I have infused a specific quantifiable energy into the nanometals that is measurable. We check
Right.
the electrical conductivity, we check the biochemical reaction or the biochemistry, and we also measure it against quantum theory and quantum properties. And then that is consumed by the human, and voila, you turn into this big bright light. It's like light in a bottle, basically, in a nutshell.
Wow.
That's
And
so
you mix
cool.
it, you mix it in your water?
Yeah, we mix it into the water, and it's a consecrated water, and you mix it into your own water.
Yeah. That's so cool.
It's your
Consecrated
human
water.
What does
Consecrated
that
water.
mean, consecrated water?
Well, it's purified.
Yeah.
It's purified and potentiated. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
blessed. It's blessed water.
It
with,
is. The source of creation
That's
is
right.
absolutely running
Exactly. It's
through that
consecrated.
water. I would have to say so, yes.
So I just to kind of shift because my ADD just kicked in, and I remember you were traveling somewhere when it was like miserable out, but you were somewhere where it was warm. Were you traveling somewhere in the islands or something? Not that.
Yes, I was. This last year, I've been in 3 different bohemian locations like that. I was in Hawaii, then I was in the Caribbean and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and then finally landed up in Cabo. And just recently got back to the Bay Area. Well, now I'm in Tahoe, right? So
when you were traveling, was it for business or pleasure, or a combination of both?
it was a combination of both, business and pleasure. Yeah.
So are the Caribbean islands like the Grenadines and all that stuff? Is that a business opportunity that you're cultivating there?
Yeah, I actually was invited by a group down there to do some consulting on a medical cannabis and a mycelium project.
Right.
Because that seems to be the next big topic.
Right. So I kind of knew that a little bit. That's why I wanted to do a segue. So is that something that you are looking into, is more psychedelics and, as you said, the new frontier? Is that an area of interest?
Well, let's put it this way. And it's interesting you asked that question, because I think you and I had a brief chat about this on text. Yeah. Is that although I can say 100% factually, I have been a psychedelic warrior for a long time in my life. In the recent months, especially since COVID hit, I've had kind of a talk with the divine, and I've really started to laser focus on bringing in a specific type of energy that the planet needs right now. And so I'm a wealth of knowledge, and I'm happy to share the knowledge with those individuals that are working on those projects. However, my main focus is strictly moving towards advancing human technology. And I believe that those plants, those sacred teachers, those really powerful tools for transformation that exist on the planet are valuable. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been created. So, you have to honor them, right, for what they do and how they help you. And then you kind of, get spit out on the other side of that vortex into a new level of awakening and understanding, where you pretty much can imbibe the energy around and start to feel the effects potentially of the growth that happens from, those tools.
What can somebody do? Like, I had a little bit of really shocking news right before the podcast recording, and it sort of highlighted for me again how people are affected mentally during COVID. And sometimes, because I have a mindfulness practice, and there's things that I do for myself, so maybe I take it for granted a little bit how it's affecting everybody else. And it really is. It's like, besides the virus, we have a parallel virus that's going on. People's finances, people's mental health. It's a huge issue. Is there anything that you can suggest for people to really kind of do and work on right now to sort of get their mindset and their body and everything in flow with energy?
Absolutely. That's like opening up a can of worms, Len.
You have
I'm just going with the flow. I don't know. we don't prepare for these things. We just go. So.
Well, there's so many different things that you can do. One simple thing is just sitting with your palms faced up, Indian style, on the floor, grounding your root chakra into the ground and creating an anchor there, and then just surrendering, closing your eyes and taking some deep breaths and just, in and out. I mean, that's the most primal, basic way to kind of slowly start to release all the information that could be creating a physical manifestation of discomfort in the body. So taking a deep breath, I think the value of the gift of life, the breath of life, is probably by far the most important primary action for the human, is to have that pranayama, to have that exchange of oxygen to the brain, especially with stress, that's really important. And then of course I always do some Om chanting and, get into some mantra. I could say a mantra for you right now. If you guys want to close your eyes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I don't know if I can get on the floor because I need my mic, but I'm gonna.
That's
I got my palms
put
up.
Your feet, put your feet on the ground so they're.
So you're in the ground. Okay.
Yes. Close your eyes, and then slightly tilt your chin upwards with a mild focus between the eyebrows. Take 3 deep breaths in. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And feel calm. Om. 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu. Sahana Bhunaktu. Sahaviryam Karava Vahai. Tejasvina Vedida Mastu. Mahavid Visha Vahai. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Okay.
That was good.
Yeah.
Should we?
Just a
Are
little
we?
clearing the energy.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you did that.
Field.
First of all, it feels amazing. Second of all, since it's recorded, people can now use this to use
Right.
this as their mantra and listen to it over and over. Like, super grateful for that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What did you say? What did you say in your mantra? Can we translate it?
Basically,
Yeah, word for word.
I'll give you the cliff notes for
Okay.
it. But basically, it's a Shanti mantra. And I could sing it too, but I think that's a little too much. So basically what it's saying is that, peace be with me, peace be with you, peace be with the divine, and let us work together in harmony. Let us not be enemies, or let us not foster any kind of negativity, and let us be at peace together. And really what that does is it just kind of clears the space and the energy. You can say it over your food. You can say it whenever you start to feel stressed out. But what it does, it just brings you back to a state of peace. And that's what the planet needs right now.
That's for sure. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Heck yeah.
I love it. One last question about breath before we
Mhm.
go into the questions. Is it because there's different types of breathing? So you do like breath of fire, like a more intense kind of breathing. You breathe through the nose. You do like yoga breathing and all that stuff. Is there a certain type of breathing you should do at certain times? Is one to be able to relax? Is one to be able to get energy? Do you have any guidance on that?
Yeah. So usually with the breath, the pranayama, there are obviously different types of pranayama that you can do. The most foundational one that I've seen that helps me is Sukha Kriya. Sukha is the state of peace and happiness, right? And it's a Kriya too, in a sense that you are balancing the left and the right hemispheres, which we call the Ida and the Pingala. So you're creating kind of like an infinity sign as you're doing the breathing, which gives you that state of balance, right? Divine balance.
Right.
So I really encourage that as a base practice that people should do every day. You might have seen some practices when you do your yoga, or you go to like Bikrams or something like that. It looks sounds like a dog. That's really, initially when you do it at the beginning, it is to increase your fire. And when you're breathing out with your palms facing down, it is excreting that fire from the body, extinguishing the fire out. So those are a little bit more advanced, I would say, in terms of moving energy around the body. But the Sukha Kriya is basically your left palm face down in your lap. And then you take your right hand, your thumb and your pinky. And so you put your thumb on your right nostril, and you always exhale out the left. No matter what you do, always exhale out the left nostril, then inhale. Yep. Inhale out. So exhale out the left, inhale the left. So then take the pinky and then exhale out the right, inhale out the right, and then exchange back to the left. And exhale. And you just keep going back and forth with that inhale, exhale, and it really just creates a sense of balance within you.
Yeah, that's the one that works for me too. I'm glad you brought that up. I love that.
Oh, I didn't know that one. I'm excited about that one. So it's just through the nostril, not through your mouth.
Just through the nostril, not through your mouth. Your mouth is closed.
Yeah.
And you really want to do it slowly. There's no rush. Nobody's running after you, right? The idea is to be able to allow the oxygen to permeate into the